Good day and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reading some Am I the Asshole posts. I have severe ADHD when it comes to the content that I consume. I roll through a couple different things. True crime, Am I the Asshole, like Reddit reads like exactly what I'm doing here today. Politics, makeup. That's pretty much it. I think I roll through those. I'm probably forgetting one thing, but it doesn't matter because today we're doing Am I the Asshole? So I have my setup. I'm ready to rock. So grab your beverage of choice. Today I have a lemon sorbet bubbly. I love bubbly. They're so good. And I've recently come across the lemon sorbet flavor. I never buy cans. Like I have like a soda stream and I buy the little sorbet thingies, but I bought some cans because I just like that it stays cold. And now I'm blabbing, so we're just going to be moving on with our life and starting reading this. I forgot my gavel. I have to get my gavel. Right, I have my gavel. Judge Burke presiding. So we're going to start with something innocuous, which is fun. Am I the asshole for eating ice cream every night, just like I always do, and not stopping just because my sister-in-law doesn't want my niece to see it? So right off the bat, I'm going to say no. That sounds like your sister-in-law has an eating disorder and doesn't want her daughter to see you eating ice cream. That's what that sounds like. But let's see. Most nights after dinner, I eat a small ice cream cone. Get it. Get it, girl. I am obsessed with sugar. If you guys know me, like I literally just ate like a mango coconut parfait, which was delightful and delicious, but I eat sugar almost every day. I probably shouldn't, but that's also my decision. So this girl is having a small ice cream cone. It's literally the little Joy mini cups with a teeny tiny scoop of ice cream. Maybe a big scoop if I'm having a rough day, but that's kind of rare. I don't drink alcohol or smoke weed or do anything fun, so this is my one thing I do for myself. Pause. I am the same way. I do not drink alcohol. I smoke weed occasionally, but not very often. I usually do it in like probably work out. Honestly, it doesn't do the same to me as it does to other people. I don't smoke cigarettes, but like I eat sugar. So I totally vibe with this person. My brother and his wife and daughter are staying with me for a few weeks. They'll be gone by June 15th. I'm happy to have them here. Usually we eat dinner together and go our separate ways for the evening. They watch a lot of TV, so they're usually all in the living room watching. I've been eating my little ice cream cone, but my sister-in-law approached me and asked if I could stop. She said that my niece is starting to ask why she doesn't get to have ice cream, and that obviously she was lied to by my sister-in-law when she was told her that ice cream is a sometimes food. Haha. That was really grammatically awful. I said I wasn't going to stop, but I could wait until she was in bed. I figured that was a good compromise. I do get that she's trying to raise her little girl to have a healthy relationship with food, but waiting until she was in bed didn't work because she came into the kitchen multiple times to ask me for some. My sister-in-law was definitely a little incredulous over it and kept saying, "Really? Do you seriously need to eat ice cream every single day?" Or stuff like that. I said no, but she also doesn't need to drink a glass of wine every day either. She didn't like this and sighed a bunch and has been visibly annoyed with me since then. My brother asked me if I could just stop to avoid the drama, but I said I deserve my little treat. So am I the asshole? Then there's a little edit that says, "Hi, so I've decided to log off this post and not come back. This post has just completely gotten out of control with really over-the-top reactions and people trying to encourage me to make things worse or escalate or call my sister-in-law an alcoholic or to purposely eat more ice cream in front of my niece. Some of you are just like chomping at the bit to call people names and be sarcastic and nasty." Wow, okay. That's not what I was expecting, and we're not allowed to delete posts, so I'm just gonna log out and move on. That's so interesting. I'm not on Reddit all the time. I'm usually only on Reddit when I do this. I like listening to other people read it and hearing their reactions. I disagree with them a lot of the time. But this one, girl, eat your ice cream. I understand that it doesn't really, I don't know if it said how old the niece is. It didn't say. But I understand as a mother being like, no, you may not have ice cream every day. But you need to have that discussion with your child. You need to be like, child, Auntie is allowed to do whatever she wants because she's an adult. I am your parent. until you're 18, I make the rules. I tell you what to do. And unfortunately, that's just the way that it is. And I think that's a good enough excuse as a parent. Like, I am not a parent, but I hope to be one day. And I think, like, my mom used that excuse all the time. Like, too bad, so sad. I'm the parent, you're the child. I think that's like a good enough reason. Like, it could be like, I am in charge of your health and your body right now, and I want to make sure you have a good relationship with food. So my job is to make sure that you're not getting sugar every day. She's an adult. If she wants to eat sugar every day, that's what she wants to do. I have to pay your dentist bills right now. She does not. So too bad, so sad. You may not have ice cream every day. It was completely idiotic for the sister-in-law to go to OP and say, can you change your behavior? No, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to change my behavior. It's up to your job as a parent to navigate that conversation. I want to read some of these comments that she's saying are like crazy. So let's see. Tell her to stop drinking wine every day. This is your home. You're an adult. Tell her to not bring wine into your home. Well, no. And then the OP went, I don't have a problem with her drinking wine, though. It's not a big deal. And the person responded, oh, I get that. The hypocrisy is my point. Well, I mean, people don't think like wine and sugar aren't the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Wine and sugar are just not the same thing. One's alcohol. And it's different. Like, having a glass of wine every day is actually different than having ice cream every day. Having ice cream every day is probably worse, honestly, than having one glass of wine every day. If she's an alcoholic, that's a completely different story. But sugar's the devil. And I just said how obsessed with sugar I am, right? This sub gives out the worst, most immature advice on the fucking planet. You all are actually adults, right? So I think what is going on is probably just people fighting in her comments and she couldn't deal. So we're not going to get into that. So I say this person is not the asshole at all. I have a couple I've learned from my past Am I the Asshole videos that I need to start saving them. So I saved a couple so we don't have to scroll and look for it, because when I'm editing, it's so annoying because I'm like, where do I find a post? So I keep going back. So I actually don't know what this word is, so we're going to Google this together. Am I the asshole for shadow banning my boyfriend's friend? So we're going to Google what is shadow banning, because I don't know. To block a user from a social media site or online forum without their knowledge, typically by making their posts and comments no longer visible to others. Interesting. I didn't know that you could do that. Huh. So an example is your videos stop showing up on the For You page and disappear from hashtags and search results, which leads to a sudden drop in views, likes, and comments. Interesting. It happens when a user's content is visible to their followers but invisible to other users. Interesting. How do people do that? It stops people from spreading harmful or unwanted content. I wonder how people do that. I wonder if shadow banning is something like Instagram or TikTok does, like as Instagram or TikTok. Like, I don't think me as an Instagram user can like shadow ban other Instagram users. Comment below if I'm wrong, please. Anywho, so am I the asshole for shadow banning my boyfriend's friend? Oh, it sounds like she can do that. So this has happened before, and every time it does, people come to me about it, asking questions or making comments, and it's really embarrassing. After the last time my boyfriend and I had a talk, we agreed that stuff like this wouldn't be posted again. He did make a point that he can't control what his friends post, and I genuinely understand and agree with it to a point. So what did he do? Tell us what he did. Well, this year for his birthday, his friends posted a video of his ass out and another of him grinding. Again, I didn't say anything immediately, hoping it would get taken down quickly, but a few hours went by and the videos were still up. Multiple people had already seen them and reached out to me again. Okay, so his friends are taking a video of OP's boyfriend and posting those videos. I brought it up to my boyfriend and he said that he told one of them to take it down and would ask the others. I told him I was upset because it didn't feel like it was a priority to him and he didn't make sure it was actually handled. 4 hours later, the half-naked video of his ass was still up, so I reported it. After that, his friend apparently got shadow banned, and now my boyfriend's mad at me. Am I the asshole for being upset and reporting it when it felt like he wasn't doing anything to fix it quickly? This sounds like a child. This sounds like, first of all, what adult is on their birthday getting people to take a video of his ass out? Like, I'm sure some of them, but the fact that she is blaming the friend rather than her boyfriend, this is your boyfriend's behavior. If it's your boyfriend's ass, ask him not to like moon the camera. Or it says grinding. Another of him grinding. Grinding on what? Grinding on her? Grinding on someone else? Grinding on a chair? Like, these are all very different things. But like, it's funny. I can totally get how if someone's doing that, you take a picture and like post it on your stories because it's funny. Like, I get that. It's not up to OP to get the friend to take it down. It's up to OP to talk about she doesn't like her boyfriend's behavior. And if this is who he is as a person and she doesn't like that behavior, maybe they shouldn't date anymore. Right? I think this OP is a little out to lunch. Oh, this was 10 minutes ago. That's fun. Let's see if people have been saying stuff. Not the asshole who broke your boundary after you brought it up and he made you a promise to fix it. He didn't respect your wishes or communicate. So yeah, you did the right thing. The next person says you're the asshole. Your boyfriend is the one who did those things. Be mad at him. You obviously don't like him or how he behaves. Why take it out on his friends? Date someone you do like. God, that's good. Yes. This person is probably not for you. If you're dating someone who moons the camera or is grinding on something and his buddies take a video of it and post it and you don't like it, not your guy. Not your dude. My boyfriend would never do that. I would be caught more doing that than my boyfriend. But I mean, I don't think I'd have a problem with it. But for realsies, someone else said not the asshole of his friend being shadow banned is really something that he's so upset over to the point he's angry at you for making your boundaries clear. That's just a huge red flag. No, the red flag is you, girl. You're the red flag. This is your boyfriend's issue and you're blaming his friend. You are the asshole. That felt good. I like when I get to tell people they're the asshole. I got called an asshole today. That's a story for another day. Cheers. Would I be the asshole if I reject naming my baby after my fiance's dying sister? I'm going to say think about it. Like, if your fiance's sister is dying, unless her name is like Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, like, I would definitely consider it. Or at least like a nickname or a version of the name or like middle name or something, because he's going through it and a family member of his is dying. And if you're not supportive, that's going to create a huge fissure in your relationship that you cannot fix. Like, your job is to be supportive as a girlfriend, fiance, wife. And if this is really, really important to him, it should be important to you too. To an extent, that doesn't mean all things, but this seems like something that you could compromise on. But let's see. I'm 30, female, pregnant with our first. My fiance, 31 male, and I have been planning to get married for a while now and has settled on next year. Oh, did you? You planned to get pregnant and you settled that next year would be it? Good for you. That must be lucky that you're planning to get pregnant and whoa, there you go. You just got pregnant. So good for you. The reason for this is very sad, and I'm not blaming her at all for this, but his sister has cancer. Every time we planned for something, she would get sicker and we would put the plans on hold. We decided on next year because then we'll be together 10 years and thought it'll be cute to do it on our anniversary. That's not how getting pregnant works a lot of the time. Like, I find it interesting that she's automatically like, we're going to get pregnant at this very specific time. Do you know how many times people have difficulty getting pregnant? Like, it doesn't happen like that a lot of the time. Like, not for me, not for my brother, not for a lot of other people that I know who would like to have a baby. So I think there's a little Delulu land here going on right away. Moving on. The sister also seemed to start getting better and we were so happy, but as it turns out, she's not getting better and we got the surprise of a lifetime getting the news that we were pregnant. Congratulations. My fiance was so excited he told his parents. They live with his sister in another country. We found out before we got the news how bad it's going to be for her. Since we found out, his mother and him have been dropping hints that we name the baby after his sister. They already gave me some options if it's a boy or if it's a girl. Luckily, not naming the child her name directly, but they've given variations of it, like I said. And I don't want to. I haven't liked a single name that they've proposed. I don't want to be the bitch now and say, no, go screw yourself while everyone is waiting for her to pass on. But I also want this to stop. We don't even know the damn gender yet, and I don't want my child to be a reminder of an aunt that they'll never meet if she passes before my due date. So would I be the asshole if I name my baby after her and with that tell them now while they're grieving? Yes, you would be. Yep, you are the asshole. Because you don't have to do that. Like, her language here is so, like, it seems like she really doesn't care. And she's like, well, I don't like any variations. Okay, come up with your own. Come up with something that'll give a nod to this woman. Again, if her name is Princess Consuela Banana Hammock and you don't like Princess Consuela or Banana Hammock, name her Suela or whatever, you know, like at least try. She seems to have completely shut it down and will not at all have any sort of compromise or give and take on this. Obviously, this sister's still alive and she's in the process of dying. Like, that's heartbreaking. Like, awful, awful, awful. And your child will not, when you look at your child, you're not going to think, oh, my sister died. You're going to think of your child. Like, it's a completely new person. Like, it's like my boyfriend's dad is named Ian. That's my boyfriend's name. Ian Sr., Ian Jr. Technically, my boyfriend's Ian the Third, which is such a funny name to be Ian the Third. But when I go and talk to my boyfriend and when I go and talk to my father-in-law, it's not like I'm fucking confused just because their names are both Ian. Also, people will name nicknames as well. Like, you know, just work on the compromise. She seems really shutting down, right? She's like, I don't want to. I haven't liked a single name. I don't want to say go screw yourself, but I don't want to talk about this anymore. Like, you got to give a little more. You seem cold. So that is my verdict. Let's see what other people have to say. Not the asshole. Kids shouldn't be born with jobs or burdens. I don't agree with that, but let me see what else people say. Someone says, I disagree. My son is named for his deceased grandfather. It's not a burden. It's an honor. Yeah, that's nice. Being named after a grandparent is different than being named after a relative who died because of some traumatic cause. That's why you don't name them the exact same thing. It's like Ashley, Ashlyn, Victoria, Vicky, or like something, right? Like, it's not the exact same name. Even a middle name. Like, I think she could give a little bit more. Anywho, that's my verdict on that. We're going to be moving on to the next one. Am I the asshole for locking the office fridge after someone kept stealing my lunch? I, 34 male, work at a small office with about 10 people. We share a communal kitchen, including one fridge. Over the past month, my lunch has been stolen 5 times. That's a huge amount. Not just random snacks, but entire homemade meals that I bring from home, gone without a trace. It's not just frustrating, it's expensive, and it messes up my day. I mentioned it a couple of times in the group chat, like, hey, someone's been taking my lunches. Please stop. Everyone either ignored it or sent vague messages like, oh, that sucks, or some people are the worst, but no one took responsibility. So I bought a mini fridge and I put it under my desk. Nothing fancy, just enough to hold my meals and a drink. I also put a little lock on it just for a little extra peace of mind. Since then, no more stolen lunches. Duh. Well, last Friday, one of my coworkers, I'll call her Dana, a 29 female, confronted me during lunch and said it was weird and selfish that I had a personal fridge. Why the fuck are you talking like that, Dana? Weird and selfish? Is it weird? Yeah, but did you not read my messages? Someone was stealing my lunch. 5 different lunches. In this economy? Absolutely not. Dana, now we know who took it. She said it made me look paranoid and not part of the team. She said I was tired of my food I said I was tired of my food being stolen, and this was the only solution that worked. She said I should have just brought stuff I wouldn't care about losing, like snacks or microwave meals if I was so worried. No, that's not the point. A couple of others have made little comments like, don't let him see your lunch, he might lock it up, or we get it, you're special. I'm starting to feel like the weirdo just for protecting my stuff. Am I the asshole? Absolutely not. That's so expensive. Like if you bring, okay, so my typical lunch that I bring, okay? If I'm bringing a lunch somewhere, I'm gonna bring a salad in a bag, which in this economy is $6. A chicken breast that I made myself, which one chicken breast in this economy is probably, if a pack is 30 and there's like 8 in a pack, around $4, right? So that's a $9 lunch. I usually bring hummus and like some other sort of veg, which is going to be another $5. So that's a $15 lunch. If that happened 5 times, you're looking at about $75, right? That fridge probably cost $100. Also, like, that doesn't even count having to go out to whatever restaurant food cart is nearby and spending another $10 on lunch. That's ridiculous. And then somebody just keeps stealing it over and over again. I understand that it's annoying when people are going to be like, oh, watch your lunch, he's going to lock it up, because people make jokes. I would make that joke. Like, that doesn't mean they care or they're really worried about it. Like, I'm sure people understand, like, your fucking lunch is getting stolen. Do you know what that means? I'm sure other people's lunches are starting to get stolen. If he's locking up his most delicious lunch, other people are probably going to get their little less delicious lunch stolen. Not the asshole. People, people, people. Alrighty. Next one. Am I the asshole for wanting a refund from our wedding photographer? Let's see. Oh no, it says it's a locked post. It's been removed by the moderators. Why? Oh, this one says everyone sucks here, but okay, let's find another one. Let's look at Bridezillas, because I love weddings. My boyfriend is at a bachelorette party right now as we speak. He's in Hawaii. His best friend's a girl, and he's a bride's man. So he went on their bachelorette trip to Hawaii. Good for them. Happy for that. That'd be fun. I'm jealous I'm not in Hawaii. Okay. Let's see. Am I the asshole for refusing to wear body makeup for my friend's wedding? If this is someone trying to get their tattoos covered, then no, you're not the asshole. That bride's the asshole. If this is like, let's put some freaking shimmer on your decollage, then yeah, you're kind of the asshole. Unless you're allergic to it, then yeah, you're kind of the asshole. Okay, am I the asshole? Firstly, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who commented. I honestly thought the majority, okay. I don't want to see that. I want to see like the actual... I don't, can I just have, no, that's an update. I don't want an update. I want the OG post. We can look at the update after. OG post. Okay, here we go. I don't know how to use Reddit very well, so. My friend has just gotten engaged and has asked me to be her maid of honor. I am beyond thrilled for her and beyond touched since she's asked me, but it's on the condition that I wear body makeup over my psoriasis. I can't do that. Not only is it impractical, any makeup that will actually cover it, it will exacerbate the condition and make life miserable for me. To be clear, I have it well controlled. I'm not flaky. The skin is simply very red. It covers 80% of one of my forearms and 20% on the other, both elbows. And I have a large patches on my calves, knees, and 90% of top of one of my foot. That sucks, girl. I'm so sorry. I totally get that because I definitely have really crappy skin. Recently, I got like a really serious laser treatment done on my face because I had really, really bad acne scars. The laser treatment did wonders. Very happy with it, but I totally get it. That's frustrating. Alrighty, I use gentle exfoliation and a moisturizer that helps control the dry excess skin. I apply the moisturizer a couple of times a day and wouldn't be able to do this while wearing makeup. I let her know that I wouldn't be able to do that, explained why, even though she knows that I have to be careful with products I use. and she's quite unhappy with me. She wants beautiful photographs that make everyone feel beautiful and confident, which really upset me. I am content and confident in my skin. I know it's there and people stare sometimes, but I mean, what can I do about that? Most people think that I've had some kind of gnarly motorbike accident. Wow, that's sad. When I was, oh, this is gonna make me cry. I have, like, the reason I have such bad acne scars is because my skin, if I get a scar, it'll stay. Like, it will not go away. Like, if I get a scrape, if I get like any kind of big injury, my skin will just hold on to it for dear life. Like, I was a soccer goalie for years and I had so many injuries on my legs that you can see literal like bumps and scrapes and scabs, not scabs, scars, so many. Like, I had this skin disorder years ago that left me with like really big red marks on my skin, and I had people ask me if I put out cigarettes on my skin, on my legs, and I was like, no, why would you think that I would do that? It can be so disheartening, like, to think that they had some kind of gnarly motorcycle accident, like, is crazy. Continuing, I'm at a point in my life where I honestly don't care, and I often forget that it's unusual to see. I know the reason is because that she doesn't want to see it in her photos. I said as much to her and she was offended. I suggested that I wear something with long sleeves and a skirt, but she's already had her heart set on a midi-length strapless dress and a shawl covering. It got to the point where she's getting heated because I won't do it, and told me either I wear the body makeup or I don't bother even coming. I ended up telling her either she has me as is or not at all, and I left, and now she's not speaking to me, but has told her fiance that I accepted the role. Am I the asshole? Should I suck it up and wear the body makeup and deal with it? I love my friend. I would hate to miss her wedding, but wearing body makeup would just make the night so miserable and cause so much irritation and possibly pain if it gets so bad that my skin splits again. This is heartbreaking for me. Like, it makes me emotional. I think this is the first time I've gotten emotional reading a freaking Am I the Asshole post. When you have something wrong with you physically, and someone who's supposed to be your friend points it out and says that they don't want to be around it, that's awful. Like, that would make me, that's one of those things that's like make or break friendship, where you're like, oh, so you're this type of person, so you're a bad person, is what you're telling me, is that you don't want me how I am actually to be representative in your wedding because you're vain. That's who you are? Okay, well, then you're not the type of person that I want to be friends with. That's what that sounds like to me. I'd be like, first of all, it probably won't even actually it's just red skin. It's not going to actually show up in photos that much or that well. And I never understood the like brides who are like, look this way for my photos. Like, people aren't going to be looking at those forever and ever and ever. Amen. Like, you think you do, but you don't. They're in a photo album somewhere that you show people occasionally. Like, nobody goes back and looks at other people's wedding photos. And if they do, who fucking cares what they think? It's about what you think. It's about your friend and how much you love this person and who they are as an actual person. This is a part of who they are. Like, if someone went to me and went, oh, can you wear a fucking mask because I don't want your acne scars showing, I would probably end up slapping them. Like, that would just hurt me. And that would be something I would carry. Like, I would carry and would make me insecure forever. If I'm like, oh, you think that I'm that ugly? Okay. Like, oh, this makes me mad. So no, you're not the asshole. And I think you should get a new friend. All right, we're going to read this update. Firstly, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who commented. I honestly thought the majority would tell me to suck it up for just a few hours for one day, and I was surprised by all the supportive comments, compromise suggestions, and encouragement to seek further treatment for the sake of my health and not my appearance. I'm definitely going to take my psoriasis more seriously due to some of you, so thank you. And sorry to the mods, they had to lock the comments because too many people were being rude. I also want to mention all the Photoshop editing comments. I feel stupid for not even considering it in the moment. Yeah! We're in the 21st century. Like, I could make myself I'd have a different hair color. I could make myself have bigger boobs. I could make myself have I could make myself look totally different in a like Facetune app or something like that if I wanted to. Girlfriend can get rid of a little redness on someone's skin with Photoshop for sheezy. It's such a, excuse me, I have a yawn. It's such a simple and obvious solution. I was so shocked and taken aback by my friend's reaction and insistence that it didn't even cross my mind. I spent the night bawling with my eyes out because a lot of the comments made me feel I'd wasted nearly 30 years of friendship with this person. I love her still, and I was still so confused. I'm going to call my friend tonight to discuss this again. I was truly touched that she asked me to be maid of honor. She has such a close relationship with her sister that I never thought even once that she would ask me. I didn't end up calling my friend as her fiance called me to thanks for accepting the role, to tell me secretly that his family wanted to pay for the bridal shower, hen's night, and everything else that we wanted to do or where we wanted to go, as he knows the people that the bride wanted as other bridesmaids weren't in a position to be able to contribute, and that he and his family would reimburse me for any cost for body makeup, which did flag as odd to me. I told him that I hadn't accepted the role and that the bride had told me either I wear makeup or don't come at all. The fiance was shocked and confused. I explained to him that even mild inflammation would cause days and weeks of irritation at best, or months of pain and cracked skin and possible infections at worst. He had no idea. He was completely oblivious and very confused. He's only really known me while my condition has been pretty decently controlled, and I tend to play it off so as not so serious to people because I just don't want to talk about it. We finished our phone call, and after a couple of hours, I can't read today, guys. I think it's my contacts. After a couple of hours, my friend calls me back. I can tell she's been crying and she was quite upset. She apologized profusely, and it turns out that her future mother and sister-in-law have been picking at her, making her feel awful about how she needs to be perfect, presentable, and beautiful on the day, and then nothing can distract from her. They both had to convince her that she is especially kind in not worrying or care about how I looked, but that everyone else is just lying to me/her about not caring. It's been going on for months, even before they knew of the engagement. Little digs about me trying to turn my friend against me. Both the mother-in-law and sister-in-law are apparently disgusted by my psoriasis to the point that it makes them physically ill. I fucking doubt that. I doubt it. And that her entire wedding day will revolve around how I look and will make everyone miserable. And that's all anyone would speak about. If I came, no guest would be able to eat or enjoy themselves, and that I was selfish for even considering going without hiding it. They didn't want me there at all and were threatening my friend with not allowing the wedding at all. How could a mother-in-law and sister-in-law threaten, we're not going to have the wedding at all? It's not your fucking choice. We can get married without your opinion, without this going the way you want it. It was never about the photographs. It was about my condition being visible in general. I didn't really know what to say or do. It was a lot to process. I too truly believe that my friend is sorry. Like I said, this was so out of character for her. My friend's fiance got on the phone once she finished explaining. He said he's going to speak to his family. He apparently had no idea that this was happening and is pissed off for the bride and on my behalf. I don't know what's happening with the wedding or the wedding party, but my friend has said that she can't imagine her day without me there, and that she feels awful that she allowed them to manipulate her in that way. I don't know how I feel yet. I have this emotional whiplash. I'm hurt and confused. My friend let them convince her to go through with this, but I do think that and hope that we can get through this. Wow. That's a lot to handle. That's a lot. I don't understand why people fucking care so much. Like, what makes a mother-in-law and like a sister-in-law care so much? Like, do they even know this woman? They like see OP in a picture and they're like, who's this ugly girl with the psoriasis all over? She can't come to the wedding. No one will be able to eat. Like, it always baffles me how comically insane people sound when it comes to that. Like, they sound like a cartoon character. Like, you know, twirling their little mustache like, we must get rid of this woman because she'll ruin the wedding. Like, it's not that deep. Anywho, not the asshole. Your friend, I'm really glad that your friend, because it seemed like you really care about her and, you know, you don't want to end the friendship or anything. I don't know why I'm yawning. I don't think I had a good sleep last night. But I'm glad that she apologized. Like, I've had friendships where you're like, oh, this friendship's going to end. And then you talk it out and they apologize and you work through it. And, you know, it's part of being a freaking adult, you know? Communication. Anywho, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you staying and watching till the very end. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I gotta start saying that earlier, guys. I gotta start saying it right off the top. I really never do. So I just need to flip the script. Anywho, take care, be well, much love. Bye!